I'm just getting started right away, but I always take note of what I'm receiving as I am shuffling my cards or getting ready, getting them organized so I can go on my shuffling. It came to me that there might this is so heavy. I'm just going to preface this by saying this is heavy stuff. So if you don't want to hear about things like this, don't feel bad if you got to shut the video off. And I would rather you take care of yourself, and that matters to me. So I want everybody to be good. All right. So moving forward, I do have to say that there is some kind of energy around Justin Bieber being worth more unalived than alive. Okay. So like you can put the pieces together with that. There's something around him being worth more. Okay. So this is coming from a group, this is coming from all of the players that are around him right now, or have been, or have some kind of hold on him legally, because they were like Scooter Braun. It keeps coming back to Scooter Braun for me. I also feel like they're getting ready to commit him. Okay? Either they are going to push him to the point where he unalives himself, or they are going to commit him to some kind of psych ward or some kind, they'll probably call it rehabilitation, but it is going to be for his mental health. I don't know if any of that is good for him. Because of the people that are involved in it. That's why I don't feel like it's completely like, all for his well-being and that's it. I don't feel that way. I don't think there's anybody that's really looking out for Justin, to be honest with you. I think that he might feel this way, that he's utterly alone in the world. But I get that heavy feeling, so I don't know if that's coming from him or if it's coming from how he has felt or is feeling currently, or will feel, when he is in this kind of situation where he may be going to a rehab facility or a psych facility, but they're going, I just have this very strong feeling that he's not necessarily 100% safe. Okay, so I laid out my cards, my tarot cards, but you might hear me shuffling the oracle cards, though I did take some from Whispers of the Unsolved. Yeah, we have a challenge here. There's challenges here, for sure, okay? Because we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, this guy is obviously needing protection. And so something is being orchestrated that wants to come across as something protecting him, but nobody's really doing that. And the reason is because Justin Bieber is like Michael Jackson, okay? And I'm not doing that comparison to like body of work or anything. I'm just looking at it from a fame standpoint. It's there. It's up there. Okay. And a lot of times, and I'm not comparing the cases any longer. I just wanted to talk about them being at the same sort of fame status. Everybody knows who Justin Bieber is, just as everybody knows who Michael Jackson is. And or was. So what I see here is that when somebody gets to a certain point in their career, sometimes it things happen with those who manage or have some kind of stake or holding in that person's business, in that person's name. And I feel like Scooter Braun has like all of these, it's like a web, you know, he has hands in everything connected to Justin Bieber, probably has hands in things connected to people around Justin Bieber. I have just this overwhelming feeling that he's involved, even though we are not seeing or hearing from him. But what I'm getting here is that Justin Bieber, is heading towards, they are orchestrating a conservatorship. It's in the works, and they're going to go about it in a certain way, okay? But before I get into that, I just want to say that Justin's energy is speaking to me through these specific oracle cards that came out. It says outside in the open, there's dandelions, there's sun, there's water, trees and things in the background. There is the debt card, woods and concealed, parental figure, and natural causes. So what I take from this and how I perceive this, what his energy is informing me of, is that he's still in that frame of mind of kind of having a last hurrah right now before he takes off. He wants, with Haley, I'm sure, and his son, of course, but he's still in that frame of mind of wanting to run off into the woods to run away, to conceal himself from the world. And he is trying to also run from a problem that he's having where debt is concerned. So he's like, if I run away now, like they can just deal with it and I won't have to deal with it anymore. Something very, very heavy surrounding that. There may be something to do with like legal issues concerning money, but I'm not exactly sure about that. And I think that the death of his grandfather is sending him into a spiral even more than before. I don't know how long ago that was, but there's something that's coming up about that. There's something coming up about a parental figure dying of natural causes. But what I'm also getting here is that somebody who was a parental figure doesn't necessarily have to be his blood related. And I feel like, again, it's Scooter Braun, is kind of orchestrating something that is they're going to make it seem like this is where it's going. This is what naturally needs to be occurring in Justin's life. We need to put him here and we need to do it this way. So the first card we have coming out is the moon. And I said, shit, the moon. So we're dealing with illusions, okay? And I kind of take this as like things that are hidden from Justin, things that are hidden from him. And they aren't really, they're trying to do things behind his back. And that makes me feel they're keeping him in this cloudy, this cloudy state of mind so that they can orchestrate things behind his back. And it comes out with the Two of Cups. So I feel like that they're pulling Haley into this, or Haley might, I don't think she's spearheading it. I just think that things are going about, they're manipulating her to manipulate him. That's what this feels like to me, with the Moon and the Two of Cups coming out. That she has a softer approach and a softer touch, and she can make things seem like it's about the family, and it's about her, and it's about their relationship, and it's like, but it's sinister. It's sinister. So I don't really put 100% of the blame on her, but I gotta see where this goes, because there is a lot of illusions taking place under the guise of partnership, love, a progression occurring, a planning, okay? Because we have the Two of Wands came out, and that's planning something. And what are they planning comes out with the Star. They are planning, okay, to do something with the Star, with him. Justin is the Star. And he's coming out and with this, like, the planning can only happen if we are convincing the Star, okay? But also we have to almost make it so that he still has some kind of influence, and it looks like he is orchestrating it. This doesn't make any sense to me. It's so weird, because that's how I'm perceiving it from. That's what Spirit's telling me, like in my third eye, and I'm like, but that doesn't make. It's some weird thing where it's like they want him to make these decisions, and the only way that he'll make the choices and sign the dotted line is if he is the one that feels like he's in control and making the decisions. And that's only going to come about through Haley. So what happens, what I'm seeing here is that there is going to definitely be something where we hear about him going on a retreat, or to a rehab facility, or to into a hibernation. We're not going to see him for a little while, okay? And this is where it gets a little nasty, okay? Because what's happening, if that once we see, like, oh, where's Justin Bieber? Like, you know, we haven't heard from him. We haven't seen him post in a while. He's being imprisoned. He's literally being imprisoned. The 8, I felt while I was shuffling my deck that the 8 of Swords was going to come out, and it did. 8 of Swords, imprisonment, okay? But to me, even though this card represents self-victimization, and it isn't him that's doing this, okay? But he is going to be kind of in this lack of freedom, bound, entrapment, things like this. I feel like it could also be kind of an entrapment financially, or some kind of like shady maneuvering with his money. Maybe he is not being told fully what the extent of his debt might be. There's something going on that he's being told one thing, but it's really another. And this retreat is heading into not only imprisonment, but depression for him, and apathy, medicated to a point where he feels nothing. And that's a scary thing. That's a scary thing that I'm feeling right now. Because what that means is that it's like somebody who's there but not there. It goes beyond what the traditional Four of Cups means when it comes out with all of those cards. For the what I'm seeing is him sort of like, I don't want to go to this extreme, like he's in a padded room and in a straitjacket and just kind of mumbling to himself in the corner. But that's the only example I can give you. I don't mean that that's literally going to take place, but that's what it feels like. It feels like it's coming to a head. Like all of these things that are happening with Justin, there is something going on behind the scenes that is sinister in order to take over and control him and his legacy, his brand, his everything. Okay. And it's like, I really hate to say it, but it's like there are so many examples of this happening to celebrities. I mean, it's really, I can't believe that these things can happen. I don't like that these things can occur. Obviously, we don't want to look at these things as they, it's terrifying to think about. It really is. I do feel like after this occurs, there may be a second chance for Justin. I don't feel like that we're never going to see him again or anything. I think they're going to try to get him straight enough to see if they can push him to crank out more music, or do something where he's generating money again. So they'll give him a chance. I do think that right now the friends that he's around are also planted there. Like I think he knows that to a certain degree, and I think he's getting faded because it's easier for him to feel like they are real friends that he's having a good time with if he's on a substance of some kind. But there really is nobody around him that he can really depend on in a healthy way. They are thinking of different ways for him to collaborate and to have new ideas, have a breakthrough, for there to be making music again. But it feels like after a certain period of time, there is going to be quick movement towards a betrayal, sneakiness. There's somebody, this is Scooter. I just keep seeing Scooter. Then we have the Pisces card coming out, the Hangman, a pause. It's weird, okay, because we have Ace of Swords, something coming about that where there is either going to be new ideas and breakthroughs and clarity of thought, coming out with the Friendship card, the Three of Cups, to the Eight of Wands, which is movement and quick movement, air travel, Cupid's arrow, just very quick, to the Seven of Swords, which is betrayal. So somebody here is, now it's switching from movement to deception into the Hanged Man, who I feel like this stop and start is him but it's also it's orchestrated in this way. Oh, this is so frustrating because I want more details. It leads to the Hanged Man, the Pisces card. So it's a pause. After this eight of wands and 7 of swords, it stops again, changing perspective. He's cluing himself into something. He's going to be clued in. And it's going to be an intuitive thing. It's going to be something that he keeps to himself too. He's not going to be open about it. He's going to just recognize letting go, completion, the world. That scares me. I don't like seeing the world coming out, especially because on the bottom of one of my decks, it said death, and the other one, the bottom, being committed. And the world I take as a completion. I sometimes take the world as a physical death. The world and 10 of swords. But a completion of a cycle. To then the 5 of wands, which is a conflict. A conflict over an ending of some kind. And then some kind of romantic proposal, renewal, somebody coming in with perhaps charming him. Ooh, manipulation galore in this row. It's just constantly, it's so chaotic, this row. Then the Wheel of Fortune comes out. So karma, destiny, fate. Followed by the devil. So I don't like that either, because that's restriction. So if the wheel is turning, it's turning towards being bound and chained again. But this time it's even bigger than the 8 of swords, because it's the devil. It's major arcana. It's, he's being restricted. He's going to be restricted. The wheel will not be turning in Justin's favor. But I'm going to tell you something. There's something that's wrong about this karmic event. It doesn't belong to Justin. Spirit knows that. God knows that. The universe knows that. He did not sign up for this devil card restriction to happen, and he's going to be divinely protected by his spirit guides. Divinely protected. So something that they might be trying to do is going to be squashed. It's not going to work out for them. And that's divine orchestration. Okay? He then, this might actually be good, what we're leading to. Yeah, we're leading to goodness. This is a good row. Because after this restriction devil energy letting go, he could be also just like letting go of the addictions and the drug use. He's working again after that. After the spirit guides kind of come and they heal him and they take care of him and protect him, they're guiding him towards his mastery, his creativity. And that's leading to him being in a state of feeling generous with himself and abundant. They're not going to win. This conservatorship shit that I saw, this isn't going to happen. They're not going to, it's not going to happen. Oh, this is so good. I don't look at my cards before I start reading and channeling. So, as I'm channeling, you're seeing this in real time, or hearing this in real time, I should say. But the generosity, the sharing, the giving, the give and receiving, it's balanced again for him, because he's working and he's being creative, which is giving him a certain uplift that he wasn't getting. Oh my God. So it's leading towards him. Oh, he's leading this him getting back to work, this Six of Pentacles balance, and leading to the Ten of Cups, family bliss, harmony, just you're happily ever after. Oh, I want that for him. And then there's some sort of celebration. This looks like a marriage of some kind, but he's already married. But it's a celebration of something involving the home or the estate. It could be that he moves somewhere else, like that you wouldn't expect him to. Like maybe he is going to be able to like have a house in the woods where nobody knows. I don't know. But the Four of Wands is a harmonious celebration. It's the soulmate card. It's the 1111 card. So that's a twin flame card, most people say. Family bliss, generosity, celebration, and it's leading to abundance. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is also my single person card. Nine of Pence is traditionally a single woman. But what I feel this might be in his life is that it's I mean, I'm not gonna deny that I kind of get the feeling that maybe he is gonna end up single at some point. I don't know. But I kind of feel like that could happen. I'll overlook the feelings that I get. I can't do that. But I feel like he is heading into a time when he's going to be able to feel the work pay off. He's getting the rewards for it. He's getting the luxury out of it. So he's performing again. He's writing music again. He's, in the studio again. He's doing all of that, but he's also reaping the benefits of what comes with all of that. And he has much more. I see him having much more of an understanding of it now. Like it's almost as if as he ages, he comes into a better understanding of what it's like to be a provider, like a provider for his family. Not just this kid that had everything just fall into his lap. He's growing into a man that is going to understand what it's like to be the breadwinner and bring home the bacon kind of thing. That's what his next kind of phase is. But I see happiness for him. I see that the people that are around him now, that there are some, not all, that are trying to get him in a conservatorship for sure. They are trying to take control over his money. They are orchestrating some kind of institutional thing, like wanting to have him institutionalized, put away in a psych ward, things like that. But they are not going to win. The first two rows really scared me. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I was like, what the hell, with the world coming out too. Whew. And then these conflicts occurring were really scaring me. But the thing that we have to keep in mind, and what Spirit really wants me to talk about, is how resilient he is, but also how strong he is. People are not going to believe that he's going to kind of come back the way that he will come back, okay? They're not going to believe it. I guarantee you guys, like, come back to this video next year and you're going to be like, oh my God, he came back with a bang, or whatever. I don't know if it's going to happen a year from now. It could, it could take time, but I do not see that Scooter Braun or any of these people getting what they want from him. Seeing him as, well, he might be better off, unalive than alive, kind of thing. That's how they start looking at you when you get to be like a meteoric rise, and that's when you're not producing anymore and you're just you're just existing, which he has every right to just exist. He's living his life. He's put so much into what he's done. He's lived, obviously, a very tough life, given what we all kind of feel happened to him as a young man. And as a minor, I just kind of feel like the ending note is that Justin Bieber finds self-love. There's a very, very big message there about him finding self-love amidst the people who are trying, God, it's like they're trying to send him the evil eye or something. It's like this control over his wealth, the control over him. But at the end of the day, he has more goodness in him than anything else. What I see here is that Justin is going to come into a time where he focuses on himself in the ways that he should, and he's going to be working on himself. And the reason why he gets to that place is through faith. Faith gets him there. But he'll be in a transition. I'm gonna say it, they might really be trying to, these people are not good. These people are bad people that are trying to make it. The transition card just came out on top of the world. Okay. And I just really hope that somebody, gets caught or it gets exposed that they were trying to off Justin Bieber. Because to this person or these people, he was worth more that way. That's what the Spirit keeps saying that they're trying to do. But the faith and the manifestation, the things that he's able to accomplish, that he's been able to accomplish his whole life, it came to him because of his karma, and because he knows how to do it, and he is strong enough to be in this position as Justin Bieber. We have to give him more credit than what we are. He has a strength to him that I cannot deny. It might not look like that right now, but he's going to be making a comeback. He's going to be making a comeback in a big way because he has faith in himself. He's learning how to do that right now. That's not always been something he can easily do, but he's sorting through his beliefs and he's sorting through how he's been over the years versus where he wants to be in the future. I mean, you can even see that with like some of his I think some of his posts on Instagram. It might be very churchy and religious and stuff, and I'm not really a huge fan of the Christian organizations that he's been connected to, that he's connected to now, but I see past that when I see him writing, because he's trying to tell himself, he's trying to be there for himself, okay? And he's going to have times when he is down in the dumps, and he's going to have times when he goes in, retreats into his home or wherever, and he works on himself. He's much more, oddly, he's much more of an introvert than an extrovert. I feel that very deeply. With him being a Pisces with Scorpio rising. Are you kidding me? And then a very beautiful lunar Libra. He has his moon in Libra, which is just so fair and so balanced. That's what he is. That's what he was meant to be. Not all of this stuff he's doing now, but it doesn't mean that his life is heading towards it's not spiraling down. We don't always look, even if we weren't, looking at, he's a human being, right? All of us have had trying times in our lives. We don't end up staying in that state. We're either going to survive it or not. And most of us, if you're listening to this, most of us have survived. Can I get an amen? Most of us have survived all of the spirals and trials and tribulations that we have had in our lives. Justin is no different. I'm feeling that very strongly. I'm very happy that I can say that. So this has been a little bit of an insight into what might be going on, what might be being, what this orchestration is all about, because I just had this overwhelming feeling and I really wanted to know, and I know a lot of you out there might want to know too, so why not share it? If I'm going to do the reading, I say, why not share it, right? So, I wish him the best. I really do wish him the best. I know he's going to be fine in the end with this reading. But should anything kind of get a little scary in the future, I will be happy to do another reading on this situation again, because things change pretty quickly. So, one step in a new direction can change the outcome of things. So I'll be more than happy to do this again. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll be back with, I think, a reading on Selena and Benny. So that's next. I hope you're all doing good, and I'll catch you in the next one.